Hi. So we're going to start the weekly review. Colleen, who I was just talking to, is on their way, but and Stephanie, Stephanie's son asked her to go to this talent show, and so that's what she's doing right now. But Colleen's going to be on just a minute, so I'm going to tell you what the weekly review is. The weekly review is a special time in our week's life when we sit down and don't do work, but together with structure from other people, we look at our things we have to do, our calendars or our task lists, and make some big high-level decisions about what we can even think about this week, what needs to be cleaned out, what commitments we don't want, or what ones we want to recommit ourselves to, and just do some high-level planning and thinking. All right. So I'll set my intention. My intention for the weekly review is to try to focus on a weekly review. Oh my gosh. I can't put into words what I've been doing since my last appointment ended at 9:15 today. And now it is 3:00 Pacific, 3:15. So I have no idea. So I'm going to try to finish doing some of the weird thinking tasks I've been half in and out of, but really in a much more focused and streamlined way. I'm going to be planning for this next week, which is difficult because I am taking Schrodinger's vacation, which means I'm really gunning for working from another location next week. And we will see tonight if I am successful in convincing my spouse. That is a very difficult thing to plan for. But what I can plan for is tomorrow. There's some filming I would really like to do tomorrow for a product I'm working on. And actually, when there's a few more people on, I may take a little poll because what I'm thinking about doing are making some tools that could be useful in a weekly review and making them public and publicly available. And so I would love if somebody has some thoughts on that to hear what you think, because there's some of these calendars I've been working on, and I can even share them if you're interested, like show the screen. So if anyway, I'd love to find out if people are interested. There's some planning tools, either looking at our calendar in 3-month chunks or 12-week chunks at one time. There's a famous book on it, but really it's just the idea that with ADHD, our brains like struggle to skip from 1 month to the next and make that all work together. So if we don't have to do it, it's really nice. Or having a year view where we can just mark up a calendar and, I don't know, do some planning. So those are some thoughts I've had, and I'm going to try to put together those thoughts to get ready for tomorrow, but also plan a bunch of what ifs. Like if I'm in fact working from the other location next week, what do I need to have ready to go? And then some further out thinking, like some project planning for, say, the next 12 weeks for me personally, what that might look like. And sort of taking a big step back. If I can do some OmniFocus project reviewing and clean out, that'd be great too. So yeah, those are some of my intentions. Do any of you have intentions that you would like to share for the weekly review? Or should we just get started and let Colleen in whenever available? Oh, thank goodness. Because I was out of vamping. Just out. Oh, just in time.
Hi.
You're just in time. I was just like, so do I start reviewing? Hey, Colleen, what are your intentions for the weekly review?
My intentions are to have some intentions. It's very meta. Hi, internet. I had a conversation, trademark, with my spouse earlier today that did produce some fruitful fruit. I had a nap today. My brain is not here. My partner is a very, very supportive and logical person. And the only thing that he really gets frustrated by is when I am not logical. And I mean, who could fault him for that, really? Brittany and I skywalk about lack of logic all the time. And he is my constant guiding star. And yeah, so I have things I need to organize because we're realizing that one of the stressors on me lately is the amount of kitchen cleanup, dishes, management, and cooking that I do lately. I had amazing systems where I didn't have to cook much at all, and that was working. And like I could be like, hey, can you do one of these in the microwave? And then I'd come down 30 minutes later after my coaching session and I'd have food ready. And that stopped. So I think I can rehabilitate it in a new version because now I can't eat any food. It's not entirely true, but you know, those foods. I'm rambling. So yes, project planning, I think.
Project planning. That's a good one.
What about you? What? I mean, I guess you already told the internet, so I don't, have to say it twice.
It was less articulate. I could probably be more articulate. Do some more planning about my sort of next little bit. Mulling over what I can accomplish this year and for the next 18 months. So no pressure, just the future of my life and business, whatever.
Income.
Maybe do a little project reviewing, but yeah, a lot on that planning the next. It's sort of hard because like I said, I was taking Schrodinger's vacation where right now I am both staying here and getting on a plane on Monday. And so like I think better for my mental health would be to just plan tomorrow through Sunday and not the other thing. But then when would I plan the other thing? Because I'm hoping we can get a decision tonight. Anyway. And by vacation, I mean, all my same appointments, just not here.
More sunshine, Portland, Oregon currently affords.
Yes. And when it does rain, it's more pleasant and temporary.
Yeah, I can imagine Hawaii rain being like super nice. Like, man, I enjoy this. And then I don't. And then it stops.
The water is warm. Anyway, the opportunity has arisen to take a trip there for all told for sure less than $2,000 for two people. So yeah, it's hard to turn down, even if that feels like a lot of money right now. Yeah. So anyway,
but that is about ratio, but that is not relevant when it comes to feels all the time.
Right. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And there's actually nothing really that logical about money either, or feels.
Yes, any human construct is usually not that logical. Like there are certain ones.
Yeah. Ooh, Osaka's here. Well, that was weird emphasis. Today might involve closing some browser tabs and thinking about what projects I have actively or soon. Yay!
Hooray!
Awesome. And since Ozak is here, I would love some feedback. I'm thinking about making some tools like calendars, and I think these are all ones Ozak has seen before. Like the week template and the 12-week planning calendar. And then I also have like a year by year that just shows like all the months on one page to like map out time. Thinking about making those tools available like with some instructions. Anyway, if you have any feedback or thoughts, I would love to hear them either here in the chat or privately. That's fine.
I mean, I'm passingly familiar, even though I don't think it's useful to me. I think that there are many folks who would benefit from just the concept of 12-week planning visually. So yeah, that's exciting. I like that.
But yeah, like sort of what instructions I should include, because I'd like to record the instructions tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, exactly. No pressure.
Just get on that right now. Nice. So, I apologize that I'm eating again. Like I said, hopefully in the future it will be less of a problem.
And you know what? I'm in such a like weird state. I literally hadn't even noticed. But yeah, sorry for the internet that neither of us noticed or whatever.
I think you also because I eat so often when we're talking.
That is probably it.
Mhm.
Zach said love is real, money is imaginary, and feedback is totally a thing I do, especially in too many details. Oh, is this request for feedback a thing available on the Conquer website? So what it would be is, yeah, it would be there. It'd be one of those like, hey, join my mailing list and get this thing, which of course people can unsubscribe right afterwards, but you always hope that they don't, because I hired a business coach to help me set up a funnel, even though I hate that phrase a lot. But it's a way to serve people in a way that has a proven track record of being organic to the people being served.
Yay!
So that's why that.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Brittany is very hire people who know thing when she do not know thing.
And one of the things I like about my business coach is she doesn't like those terms either.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're vibing with that.
Yeah. So I like appreciates that they are necessary and likes helping brands set up their like branding feels and like target audiences and stuff, but doesn't like the terms. So
Yep.
It's like, I need to come up with a better term. I was like, yeah, but in the meantime, this is the one we have. So yeah, that's what it would be for.
What about magnet? What if you're like a magnet here and there's a bunch of particles here and you're trying to attract the ones that are similar to you?
You mean a lead magnet, which is what they call it? Colleen, it means you came up with something that marketing experts came up with all by yourself without listening to it.
For the record, I was thinking of like Magneto rather than like.
That's great.
Yes. And may I say briefly, Ian McKellen.
Well, yes, but
anyway, before we go down a Magneto and or Ian McKellen tangent, we have declared our stuff. Ozark has declared their stuff. We're very glad that you're here, Ozark. You bring a smile to our faces. And I don't want to do this, so I should probably say, let's do this.
I don't want to either, but that's why we're here with our friends to do it together.
Yes, and I think I might actually try and verbalize some of this stuff. I might not be able to, and I might not be able to get away with not turning on my music, but we can try. Because I do have a couple people.
I just had a client book a bunch of appointments. Go you, client.
Hooray!
Yay!
Very good. Okay. I think
I just remembered why my brain never woke up today.
Oh yeah?
I never got on the elliptical. I just kept forgetting. Wow, y'all, this is the kind of day we're having. I think we should do it. Oh, Ozak said, reframing the sigh, deep breath. We can do this. We can do this. I love it. We can do it, and we're going to do it. All right.
My spouse also called me out the other day and said, Colleen, you're the only one in this family of 4 who doesn't take deep breaths. And I'm like,
oh my gosh. Yeah, when the 6-month-old is, or not 6, oh my gosh, they're so much older than that now, huh?
And almost going to be 11, but yes.
Yeah, I was like, nope. We're getting way too close to when you were all big and round this time last year.
Ooh, the biggest, the roundest. That's not true.
No. But it's like I have in my head forever, like them being born just slightly after May the 4th. And that's what it is in my head.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it wasn't May the 4th, but it was not long after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I often wonder to myself, because because there are methodologies that can be utilized to influence or even accurately predict within reason when a child will be born by different methods. And how does that impact the star charts and the zodiac and the various things like that? Like that is like some
You mean like the prediction, or like people planning to have kids specifically for those zodiac signs?
I meant the first one, but like, because my understanding, and I am not Chinese that I know of. I did not mean for that to be racist. I meant for that to be a joke. If it was racist, I apologize. I did not mean to be racist. I didn't want to say obviously because that's racist, so I made a different joke. I'm going to stop now. Anyway, my understanding is that star charts and birth significance comes down to the minute, like the hour and the minute that you were born, and that influences things in Chinese, ancient Chinese and modern Chinese belief circumstances.
You know what's funny is I also thought of Chinese, but for a different reason, because it is considered better luck to be born in the year of the dragon. So some people do aim for that year.
Interesting. I wonder if there's a least lucky. I guess it would be the fourth animal, which I don't even actually know if it is, because the word for four in Chinese, I shouldn't say Chinese. That's not language. It's either Cantonese or Mandarin. I don't know which. It rhymes with or sounds like the word for death. So 4 is an unlucky number, to the point where there are some buildings where there's no 4th floor. There's a 3rd floor and a 5th floor because nobody wants to live on that floor. It's kind of like how some airplanes don't have a 13th row. Yeah.
Or some apartment buildings don't have a 13th floor.
Yeah. So in China, it would be number 4. Yeah. Fun fact. I have it on good authority from a Chinese Canadian. So anyway.
Awesome. Oh, hey, Wyatt showed up. I had to whack my brain on a project. Do you ever get an in-tension headache? Oh, ouch. But yeah, kind of.
Wyatt, we don't need you here. Eric is not here. We do not. Stop. Eric being Brittany's one.
My person.
Your person.
No, my favorite is when Wyatt and Eric go in a loop. And by favorite, I mean I leave the room and play with Wyatt's child instead.
That sounds good. Yes. Remind me to not sign up for that when I come visit you, which will happen eventually.
Of course, you're going to be signed up for it, because how would you come and not have a game run by Wyatt? In which case that would happen. How would you come visit me and not do a D&D with Wyatt, like a one shot? How would that happen?
Okay, all right.
And I hadn't told you this, Wyatt, but Eric's actually been like, I wouldn't mind doing that again.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Also, Wyatt, you just got informed on a YouTube stream that you're like voluntold DMing me at some point in the future, apparently.
He won't mind.
I figured, but still.
As I said, puns only happen when Brittany's person is around.
Exactly. No one else is allowed. That's not, yeah. Okay. Let's do this now.
Wyatt procreated. Congrats.
Yes,
it was a little bit ago.
Okay, Wyatt produced the octopus child that I recently was privy to.
That is correct. Wyatt was the figure hiding under the couch in that picture.
Wyatt, your octopus offspring is adorable. And your hide and seek nap hack is beautiful. Love it. Yep.
Love
this.
The child is 2 now, so it was a minute ago. 50% on my own.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. I am going to start looking at things while also being
people
tickled by y'all.
This, as my toddler would say, these 2 people are not helping with this whole situation. This is not help, you guys.
Crocheted child. The child's Christmas gift well, mostly Wyatt, let's be honest, was an octopus costume.
Yeah, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, we found it on Amazon and it was like, well, we can't not buy it.
And Wyatt, that is a huge mood because Brittany mentioned that, like, okay, this is the picture, the one time that the child deigned to put it on. That's a mood. Like, I ordered a costume for my child that was like, hey, here's your favorite character on the show you love. Would you like to dress up as that? Oh, yes, absolutely, yes. And then when it arrived, I never want to put that on ever. And I was like, yep, here we are.
Well, this child did not consent to it in advance. So it was a little less offensive. It was just like, we have to get it though.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, like, how can a toddler consent? Even in the what I described, where it's like, oh yeah, sure, absolutely, mom. It could have been.
You know, in child development research, it's assent because they cannot legally consent. But so you do need the child's assent.
So like we're getting a more or less yes, but we can't legally use the word consent because that's not possible.
Right. You get the consent from the parents, but if the child is old enough to give it, you have their assent.
Right. Or their descent. Descent? Is that a word? What's the word?
If they don't agree, yes.
Yes. If the inverse being that. So at 28.
But if you're decent, you don't dissent. Just teasing. Yes.
At 28 past, I opened this note to plan projects, and now it's 37 past.
Yeah, I think we could probably do a review if we wanted to.
Maybe. So okay. At first I need to figure out what all projects I need to plan. I need to assemble them in a list together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I want to do that. Should I do that instead?
Oh dear. Am I derailing you?
Maybe. But not just something unimportant. I don't think this problem that I explained to you earlier of like, is it possible to take on gigantic project for this year? I don't think that's answerable today.
This seems reasonable.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's my concern.
Yes.
There we are.
Uh-oh.
What?
One of my projects is, big career change project. And I'm like, oh, that's scary. Better not do that. Yeah. Oh, it is Vincent van Gogh's 170th birthday, except it's not because he would be dead. Well,
should we get him something posthumously?
We can get him our brief acknowledgement in honor of our distraction from our planning of projects.
Okay, because I think I'm gonna hold on to the thing he's missing and not donate that.
Yes, although in fairness, my understanding is that like people talk about it as though it was his entire ear. It was like the bottom part of his earlobe.
Yeah. And thank y'all in the chat for amusing me.
Yes, thank you. That this is actually as much as I was rattling your chains. Okay, that is actually helpful because it makes us happy. Oh.
Okay, so I will check in briefly that there are not dire things for me to do in this. I'm going to check that these things don't have dire things that need to be addressed that have been neglected.
That would be nice.
Because I would like my potential work relocation next week to be less stressful. I will check in on these things, but then I think I really want to go to finding some of these documents and seeing if I can make them work. So, yeah. Although also it does sound appealing to make a list of all my potential.
Is the noise my brain is making.
Oh, dang.
Mm.
I didn't block off really early meetings for next week, which means I could potentially be coaching this person who just booked at 5 a.m.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Well,
It's too early for me to run on the beach, so might as well be coaching.
fair.
But yeah, that was not my intention. Oh, now that I've printed my calendar, I should turn my appointments back on so I can see when they are. Woo. Oh,
Uh-oh, what?
wait, it's 4 a.m. Never mind, 4 a.m.
Oh, that. I get such emoji whiplash in this in review time because my phone has one set of emojis. My Windows computer has another set of emojis. Chrome, I believe, has a whole separate set of emojis. And Google has a whole other separate set of emojis. So it's like,
You've never made me happier to be on a single platform. So the only time I have to contend with it is like in Discord on the Mac, because they use the Discord ones, like places on my laptop where they don't use the one that's native to my device, but on the phone they'll still use them. Because yeah, emoji whiplash is a real thing.
I don't wanna so hard.
Oh, total skywalk here.
Yo.
But my mom was like, well, we could go another time if I could not convince my spouse this time. We could go another time. And your brother was talking about going in May. I was like, yeah, I can't travel in May. I have doctor's restrictions. No traveling in May. That's not a thing.
Yep.
In fact, like between May and July, not a thing.
Yep.
Not until July.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Royalties are not effective Van Gogh. Yeah.
It's just blinking. The cursor is blinking.
Ozak says, don't sew hard then, or if you do, use a strong thimble. Maybe also eye protection. I assume this is for a sewing project. Anyway,
I mean, mine are not for sewing projects, but I'm not entirely following that, dear Ozark.
yeah, it might not be either.
Technically, I do use a thimble and eye protection when I sew, though. So, for the record,
Yay!
I mean, well, my glasses, is that eye protection? It's more than 0.
Yeah, I mean, it's some.
I've never broken a needle when hand sewing. So,
Yay.
okay. I did the nope.
You got a lot of nope?
I am the world's second largest producer of nope.
Aw.
I don't know who's the first, but I feel real sorry for them.
Actually, I could probably ask that person at 4 a.m. to go at 7 a.m. instead.
I bet you could.
And it's 7 a.m. like Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I always get mixed up if it's closer or further standard or daylight here.
Don't even ask me. I have no idea.
Because Hawaii and Arizona are the two states that do not change to daylight savings.
Oh, right.
Which is interesting because my sisters lived in both of them.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to so hard.
Ah.
Okay, that was very clever, and we just missed it because I saw it too late.
It sailed over our heads. Thank you, Ozak, for explaining.
Oh, but they said Brittany's companion isn't around, so maybe it's not allowed to make those puns.
Definitely not. Stop that, Ozak. No, it's not.
Kidding. They'll be happier having a well-rested coach. Yeah, I'd actually blocked it off because I didn't want anyone but this one person to get that time slot. So they booked earlier. Because I was like, well, they haven't scheduled yet, just in case. So I'll set it on a timer.
Oh dear.
Hmm.
I just put a thing on this list. One of the steps for this project is find most recent resume. Eep.
Wow.
Update resume.
Remind me tomorrow at 8:55 a.m. to talk about moving next week's appointment. You know, I keep thinking today's Friday.
Interesting.
I had to talk about moving next week's appointment for tomorrow, 8:55 a.m.
Which is why I was feeling a lot of stress to have not made this decision, because I was like, we're talking about the next business day. But it's not. If today's Thursday.
What is the voice called of the Siri voice that you use? Is like voice 69 or what is it? That was my accent.
I think it's voice 2 or 3, but let me look it up.
Mine is voice 5, and I just had this image in my head of my
American
Siri.
Voice 3.
American Voice 3. Mine is, I think it's American Voice 5. And
yeah, yours is 5.
I had this image in my head of these two series dating that have these two different voices.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I used to have my reader be in 4.
I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
No, that's not the one. 2. Yeah, I used to read with this one.
I'm Siri.
But that's the Siri talkie one.
Hey. Okay. Here's the next task on this project. Get Chat GPT to write me a cover letter. Oh, actually, no, that's not the next step. The next step is write up points I want to cover in that cover letter. There is no N in cover. You heard it here. Stop.
Yeah, it's really sad. I forgot I was supposed to be looking at clearing notifications. Instead, I was looking at my calendar.
ChatGPT is one of my I'm like low key friend crushing on ChatGPT. How can you friend crush on an AI? Oh, you can.
Oh yeah, like I have a whole anthropomorphization character. It's like this little short cartoon with like a little cap and glasses on that are oversized for his head.
Amazing. Okay.
I don't know what that means, and I can't brain it.
Oh, I think, okay. First round, send out to personal contact. This makes sense. Hey, I'm doing it.
You are?
Project planning. This is happening. This is not
I
a
am
drill.
so proud. And the
Thank
scary
you.
one even.
Yes. Well, I mean, they're all scary, but yes, thank you. It is
Oh my
one of
gosh.
definitely the first one that scary. What?
Colleen, I've opened up the thing to post my daily goals for the guild. Like in the last 3 days, I've opened it like 20 times and never finished them.
That sucks. That sucks. Okay. Yes. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. I will do. I haven't watched it in so long. I will do the rest of this stream as Jonathan Van Ness, you guys. I will.
What?
It's a show that you will never watch, as far as I know. Queer Eye.
Probably. You're a good judge of those things.
Yes. Yes, I am. This is why, unless I'm, feeling off, you will not hear me say, oh, X media is good or X media is not good, because I don't believe in that. I believe in, would X person like it or not? And then I could be completely wrong. I've been wrong before.
Actually, hearing my brother discuss how somebody brainwashed him into thinking, oh, this conversation, I was like, please tell me you're never gonna have a conversation it with willing openness mindset, which is the only one my brother really has, with anybody from like Al Qaeda or something, because in one evening he let somebody convince him that Phantom Menace was as good as the originals. I was like, there is literally only one way you could do that, and that is the checkbox of there is some bad dialogue, there is some bad blank.
People appear
but
on
New Hope will check off all of those.
George Lucas's name is attached to it.
Like, and I was like, sure. Anyway, and all I can think is like, this must be the art version of moral relativism, and I just know. But also, I went to film school.
Do we have to have you explain moral relativism to me?
It's exactly what it sounds like. On the extreme ends, it's really, really horrible things like people arguing that children can give consent for what we normally think of as adult activities, but it's the idea that like everyone picks their own morals, which I agree with to an extent, but extreme moral relativism is a concern.
Right.
But I think it's like the art version. I'm like, yeah, but some things just are bad. I don't know what to tell you.
And I enjoy Phantom Menace.
And you can enjoy things that are bad.
Yes.
Like that's a thing that exists. But yeah.
I also struggle to enjoy it. Like it takes effort, which it shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
No. Okay. Yeah. I am growing a weary of the screaming from downstairs. So I'm going to switch which device Zoom is on so that I can text my spouse and get the baby up here.
Oh, I see.
So
there you are. I was like, why? Who's joining? Oh, Colleen. Got it. Just a switcheroo.
Hi.
I
thought I'd join the weekly review.
Welcome. We're happy to have you.
My intention is to do anything at all. Okay, my text reads, please bring up babe at next screech. Heart emoji. This is a word we use a lot. Screech.
Wyatt said, easy low bar for identifying a bad movie. Would I enjoy reading the Wikipedia summary better than watching this?
Oh, yes. Yes, Wyatt. You have the kenning of it. Okay.
What would the Lego version be significantly better?
Oh,
Although the Lego versions of lots of things can be really good, so that one's harder to be really sure about.
But not exclusively, because my we're talking about my spouse a lot and yours. My spouse played the Lego, I believe, Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and was very off-put by the dialogue, because I mean there are Lego things that have, like, you know, voice actors or whatever doing the dialogue, but it was like pulled from the movie dialogue, and it was just very off-putting for his experience. So I can hear the sending, so I am going off camera. Okay. Figure out. Okay.
So Ozak, like, sometimes Lego will do like a shortened version of it and like make it silly and jokey, like, or the version from the video game, which usually doesn't have dialogue, like, because they'll and so you can just have the cutscenes from that. Yeah. But in this case, I showed my nephew Droid Tales, which is a summarized, much shortened version of, like, you know, the first 6 movies produced about Star Wars.
Wow.
And I was like, well, this will be great. It's just a little silly little Lego one, and I'll stop it before, you know, it'll ruin anything important. And then, like, one of the first conversations that they have is, oh, Darth Vader is Luke's father? How'd I miss that?
Yes.
And so don't show it to your nephew when you're working really hard to keep original series
conceal that
spoilers
particular plot twist from you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
We have it's really hard to protect your children and raise them right these days.
No, it is. We have taken a very hard line with that. My husband's opinion, and I really am on board with this, is you can watch A New Hope as many times as you like. Watch A New Hope together, any age, doesn't matter. I forget what age he said. I think it was 10. It's like, and then we will go in production order after that. But you have to be age 10 to move on to Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the prequels were like at 15 or something.
Okay, so you've been 5 years watching but here's the thing, like, I think that my children will be emotionally and mentally prepared for the prequels prior to age 15. This is my opinion. But, you know.
Well, yeah, but and I think I was saying, like, the Attack of the Clones comes in very handy when you're having consent talks.
Indeed. Yes. Oh gods.
In fact, I had sort of jokingly made the suggestion, because I think it's sort of impossible to not have this spoiled. But Wyatt has been going to the efforts of saying adult Grogu instead of calling these characters Grogu, and adult Grogu or old Grogu for Yoda, because even his name is actually a spoiler.
Yep. It is. Yeah. And that was something we like, my husband and I genuinely had a conversation about that. Like, should we say it's wrong to say the child, but his name is a spoiler. So, but you know,
Grogu's not a spoiler, really, because it's just they take a while to tell you, and that's interesting when it's new.
Okay,
but it's not like,
I think you're about to go into what I don't know, and I sort of have got a vague idea from what you said, and I need you to stop.
Okay.
Thank you. I can't avoid it because I'm not on the internet, except right now. I mean, right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What I was gonna say is the thing about Yoda, which you've seen Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, right.
Like, Luke goes expecting a human warrior,
Right.
and has an interaction with the small green creature while he's looking for Master Yoda.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Yeah,
spoiler.
I
Yeah.
have right. Okay, fair enough. Yes. I thought you were gonna say you're going to reveal something about the connection between Yoda and Grogu, and that we see in Mandalorian season 3 or something, and that would
No, that would be a horrible thing to do. No,
I know,
let's
but
not
you
do
said
that.
yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I figured out the other things that I wanted to do. I want to, because I've been watching a bunch of period stuff. I don't know if my spouse got my text because there's no child has appeared. Speaking of the child, I'm gonna come back on video, I guess. Oh man, I don't even know how to plan that project. Like, it was a Franken project of epic proportion. It was like, I want to do more activities with the toddler, and there's these other ways that I feel like I suck as a parent. And then there was that time when I was on the weekly review and I came in to tell you, like, I have nearly forfeited the will to live because I was trying to make a comprehensive list of all the things I want to teach my children before I die. Suffering a near comprehensive collapse of the will to live as a result of this. And like this project has 186 tasks in it. Like, how do you even plan a project like that?
Okay. You kind of don't, but Ozak said, "Oh, is that how one makes children? Sending a text to one's spouse."
You see, Ozak.
And I said, "I've been doing it all wrong."
Yeah. Sounds a lot less expensive than certain other ways.
Uh-huh.
I am not prepared to explain the facts of texting life at this time.
Facts of texting life?
Yep.
I
am not prepared. It is not on today's agenda. Sorry, Ozak. We'll have to do it another day. I appreciate that though. Okay, there's like, look, I'll be back, you guys.
Okay. I will continue to do these stupid tests I've been avoiding that are on my phone. Oh, and then I got to wrap. Oh, okay. I can do better than this. I swear. Mm. Okay. I'm going to sneak really quick and see if I have any business emails I haven't responded to. Oh, okay. Actually, I got one really quick right here. No, I'm still running this thing, this shortcut. I can't move on yet. I'm sorry, little device. Wait, what? Did I just? Okay, I'm not smart enough to do this task. I just completely screwed it up.
It's been in your hair.
What have I done?
What have you done?
I screwed up really bad.
Oh no. Okay. And ready. And ready. Okay.
I ran the wrong thing for the wrong person. And I just screwed it up really bad.
Oh no.
No.
It is not irretrievable though, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, I ran all of the, hey, you renewed shortcuts for the wrong guild member,
Oh.
including emailing them and scheduling them.
Oh. Hey. What is it you want? You're fussing. The internet does not need to hear your fussing.
Turns
Pick
out.
up. You're gonna talk words. You're gonna talk word sounds. Are you waving? You want them to go away? You want the internet to go away? It will never go away, child. You cannot have
You may
enough.
want that, but you can't have it.
No, the internet shall endure, even after the zombies rise up and kill our brains. Yes, that was way cuter if you could see it. Oh. Little chirps. I can't wait to watch Mando now that I have a toddler. Because the last time I watched Mando, I did not have a toddler, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch it and be like, oh, I feel so seen. Come here, you.
Yeah, one of the podcasts I listen to, they have a newborn, and they're like, "Oh, we see it so differently now."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
And you what? A snack. We have acquired a snack. Hooray!
What?
Yep.
What a snack. Oh, oops.
It is a snack of the lactose kind. A snack toast, as it were.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yep.
I heard glass toast.
Lactose. A snack toast. Does that mean that you could possibly like chill out for 9 seconds? That'd be cool.
Nothing is working.
Oh. Hey. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Can you focus on it?
Okay. How are things going for y'all?
Yeah, Wyatt and people. Oh, babykins.
Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure if I tell this person, they'll just be confused and that they will otherwise never notice.
Okay. That's quite the conundrum.
Yeah, I honestly think I'm just gonna leave it.
Okay.
As awful as that sounds, like I think they'll just be bothered by receiving an extra email about it.
There you go.
That is my read on this particular individual.
I hope you never experienced this, but there's this thing where it's like, let me nurse just long enough for the milk to let down and then stop.
I think that's actually fairly common.
I hate it.
It's my understanding.
My eldest never did this to me. What is this? You're supposed to be better. You're supposed to be the new improved model. Come on.
I don't think that's how they work. I don't think like the baby making process iterates so that they're always like continuously better.
It 100% does.
And I'm not just saying that as the oldest child.
I am also the oldest, and wait a second. No, that's
better than whack toes or snack toes. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry you're having grumpiness. I have also had grumpiness all day long.
Who's having grumpiness? Ozok?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
There's been multiple grumpiness in this house. Just
Yeah, it's
crankiness,
a thing.
grumpiness, yeah. Are you nerf? Boy, you trying to sleep? Is that your thing? That might work.
I mean, theoretically, sleep works on occasion,
I mean, while I'm talking on the stream, in theory.
but that would be interesting.
It is. I mean, Morgan's fallen asleep multiple times during D&D. So,
That's fair.
would you like to hear the song that we just sang during a quick diaper change while I was off screen?
Sure. Are we gonna get into licensing issues?
Doubtful.
Cool. The better.
Especially given that it has made up lyrics. One little Drago flying over Morgan, one little Drago in the sky today. One little Drago flying over Morgan, steal all their gold, then it flies away.
Wow. That's pretty cute.
Yep. Originally, it was about minnows. One little minnow swimming in the water, but we of course reskinned the song. Do you hurt? Oh, milk. Are you milk? Milk?
All right. How are things going? Oh, there was some webcomic.
Milk. Dude.
Oh no, the second baby is new improved parents, not new improved baby.
Ooh, that.
You're definitely being sillier than normal.
Hey. Oh my God. Well, usually I'm not here. So, technically we have like a 100% increase in silliness given that I'm involved. Hey, stop that. No, don't grab my mouse. There. Okay. Now you can grab the mouse. There you go. Hey, Brittany.
What?
I think Morgan just signed milk.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened. That's the one
Then
sign
you think
that
they'd nurse with a little more enthusiasm.
Probably.
I'm just teasing.
I need to record this. I also need to record the conversation I was telling you about.
Oh, right.
Who's underneath
memory record?
Who's underneath the desk? Yes, love.
So I am actually still clearing notifications because what I'm doing is clearing off these ones that they can only be cleared when I do run the shortcut because they're my cue to run a shortcut. So it is actually clearing off something. It seems like I've been on it a long time though.
There we go. Excellent. Hi. My inbox was in pretty good shape there for a while. It's not now, but my memory record is at 150.
Okay.
What? What do you want from me? I don't have anything for you. I'm just your mom. Munch. One little dragon flying over Morgan, one little Drago in the sky today. One little Drago flying over Morgan. Steal their gold when you fly away. I'm going back to planning projects now. No, you can't. Nope. No. Okay. Finish. processing tasks in the project which are unprocessed. Finish applying end result date to all sub. Determine which subjects will be active, which scheduled. Thank you. And which someday maybe. Oh, hey. Yes, I know that you are the boss. Okay. Could you hear? Yes. Aha! Hooray! We have a drumstick. No. Oh, tiny anger. Review. My small Morgan, you do not have any productivity. You are a baby. You do not have to manage your productivity, so you are not allowed to write on this list. You have heard.
I don't even know what that means. I don't know what a lot of these tasks meant from my goals last week.
Oh, I'm gonna run my task, my reminders import shortcut, which I love so very much. Whack.
What are you even doing?
I'm not doing nothing. Which actually means I'm doing something. The baby is thwacking. Thwack. I have a sinking feeling that I was wrong. Hooray. I was worried that my watch and phone were doing that Siri reminders lack of sync situation again, but I was wrong. They're fine. Hooray.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
I did quick checks on multiple things. These guys can go away.
Mama. Sweet baby kid. Hey.
Oh, there is one other person I need to get back to. Since I can't meet I just want to be done with this section when I get back.
Okay.
I need to go to break, but like I need to be done with this section first.
Mhm. All right. There you go.
Oh, this started playing my voice at me, and it was very unpleasant.
Ah,
I was out close to the tabs they just opened.
fiddle. What? What?
What yourself?
Oy.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm trying to schedule something for next week.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can appreciate how difficult that is.
Mm-hmm. That seems bad.
I mean, it's already pretty full. Hmm.
Oh, keyboard shortcuts. We like them. They're good. Hey, you want to go down? Down? Yeah? Okay. Oh, how? It's always so nice when you put the baby down and the baby does not screech at you. So, I'm back.
Hi, that's wonderful.
Like heck you do. What?
Oh, I have this other email I don't want to do.
What was that? Sorry.
Oh, I just realized there's another email.
Ah. Oh, thank you. Would you like this back? Munch. 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 Fuzzy, 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 fuzzy. Fuzzy, fuzzy. Munch, 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 munch.
I remember seeing a thing I was supposed to read, and now I can't see it.
Yikes. What? Hello.
Oh, damn it.
Where's your little L?
Okay, when I get back, I am gonna do a better job at this whole thing.
You say that.
I do say that. Okay. I'm gonna check off things and schedule, and then I am going to plan tomorrow.
Wow.
Which is
Like-
very low level thing, but desperately needs to happen.
Yup.
And yeah, so now I'm going to leave you here with everybody else. And so yeah, you're in charge.
Okay, thank you. I'm not in charge, but okay.
can make you in
I'm
charge.
gonna pull up our stream muted. I'm gonna pull up our stream muted so I can observe y'all's comments and know about them.
All right, I'll see you in a minute.
Bye.
Few minutes.
Thank you, Ozak. Ozak says that they trust me, which is nice. I like to think that I am trustworthy. Now, I think partially in consequence of Brittany leaving, I'm going to start on a thing which I really don't want to do. I told Did you all catch that? All of that? Take notes. It's going to be a test later. Aw, thank you. Yes, designated person in charge, which, oh dear. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so I told the client that I would get a receipt to them of the expenditure on my good self. So I'm going to do that because it's a lot easier to do it on the computer. Now, I did not factor on there being a tiny human in my lab. Yeah, that'd be you. Thank you. Okay, but here's the thing, Google. No, the word invoice and the word receipt are not the same thing. Sorry. Hey. Oh. What can I do to make you happy so you will shut up and stop harassing me? Okay, I'm gonna turn on my computer, my video because they'll be thinking. No, things are happening. Come on, bounce, baby. There we go. Okay, and if you guys want to look at my image of me right now, I don't know if you guys even can see it, but the baby is now bouncing energetically in my lap with face away from the camera, which means that it's more or less safe. Hi. My deep breaths. Good job, my small. You are making it hard to work right now. Oh. I'm getting a bicep workout, you guys. Seriously. Yeah. Up and down, up and down, up and down. No, we don't want your face. We don't want your face. Normally we do. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the thing. Oh, fuss. Listen now. Fuss. What? Want more milk? Here, sit up. Sit up so you have a hand. Milk? Morgan, milk? Milk? Okay, hand away, please. Is this what you want? Yes. Oh, that's what I want. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. What? That is not a sound. Oh boy. Listen to me here. What's going on with you and your small self? You're like nursing and yelling at the same time. This is not really working for me. I would like to say credit where it's due. My second is so good about not biting. Not biting while nursing, amazing. So good at it. My first wasn't bad, actually, but my second really just so good at it. Okay. Oh, I need to issue a receipt. And I did not, it is with invoices that I sent out. Yes. I'm glad you can see it. Yes. Morgan has this little metal, what used to be a candy container, and just loves it. And it has a little hinge for the lid, and it is very, very happy making. And yes, things that make the baby happy, we unless they're proven to be hazardous, we permit, because that's how you survive. Yeah. This goes open and shut, open and shut. Okay. What is this person's last name? That is important. No. Okay. Oh, heck. Oh, heck and heck. Yeah, it apparently does taste yummy, Ozark. Yes, yes. I don't think that the biting is to the point. Oh, believe me, Ozark, there's teeth. There's like, we're at 6 at the moment. But I think that's okay, because like in theory, they also chew on spoons, like people chew on spoons. So my theory is that it's okay, but you know, yeah. Okay. I also feel like a silly human because I went to check the last name of this person and it's a different person. Because like it's a more or less common first name. I have a friend with this first name, and then for a while I had thank you, yes. I had like 2 clients whose mom was whose moms were both named this name. And then for a minute, I had a client named a different name who also another client had that name as their mom's name. And oh man, it was a royal nightmare. It was not good. Oh yeah, yeah. This will definitely be food safe because it doesn't have the canyon. Yes, we are not. Yeah, cold. Yeah, cold and hard, basically. And it has sort of a ridge to it that I think usefully fits into the gum area. Anyway, so this receipt thing, I this is a totally different person than I thought it was. So I'm glad that I didn't send it to the wrong person. That would have been embarrassing. And also,
Many things
luckily,
in life are embarrassing.
Pardon?
Many things in life are embarrassing.
They are, yes. I was explaining how I had two clients where the first name of the mom who was paying was the same. So this person asked me for a receipt, and I was wow, I just got off that thought train in the middle. So explains why they didn't answer my email, because the person who I thought it was had different like the mom paid and the dad paid different times. So I said, like, you need me to make a record of like where the payment sources came from. The person didn't answer that email until I prompted them, and they said I do not. And I guess it didn't make any sense to that person because it wasn't that person. Oh. Humans are complicated. Yeah. Right. How was your break?
Oh, fine. I just thank you. I just got distracted because my spouse sent me an article about the Mandalorian. Yeah.
He should not have done that. Why would he do that? That's just mean.
I know, like during the weekly review, it's rough.
He should really know better. Both of our spouses blanked on the thing. So I was like, okay, here, I've cut up the food. Can you feed it? And he's like, well, why can't you feed it? I'm like, what day is it? What time is it? He's like, oh. I'm like, yeah. Hello, fussy. Fussy. Yeah, okay. Don't smack me in the face. Yeah. Yeah, good job. You're kind of making this impossible, child. Yes, I knew. All right. Hooray, water. Yeah. Oh, Zach got water. I approve water. Okay. Okay. I am going to go off for just a sec. I'm going to remove the baby back to daddy for the time being so that I can just finish this receipt, because it's not happening with baby on my lap. Imagine that. And then I think I have to go off because we are just extremely fussy and loud and I can't concentrate. But I also can't concentrate when they're downstairs screaming. So
it's a tough one.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be back.
Bye. I think I'm just going to hit skip on this one. Oh, I can't skip in this program, so screw it. not seeing anything that will die in the next week. So under this schedule. Although that one's not a bad idea to do next week. I am deferring for the 3rd.
Ozak is not wrong.
About when they're screaming upstairs, screaming, or outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ozak is right.
That's when children are not downstairs screaming.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. How are the tabs going, Ozak? I have determined that there is nothing that will explode in the next week. Oh, this is weird. Okay, none. Plan tomorrow. Okay, so what this involves doing, I think I'm going to break this down a little bit more because brain. This involves so I'm going to skywalk for a second. My business coach challenged me with planning out the next 6 weeks, which is very difficult to do when we haven't really decided for sure on the next 18 months. And also when there's significant medical things happening in the next 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, I'm doing lots of that, lots of medical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the thing I could do was like block off the medical stuff in that plan. Because I know what I'm not doing those days.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else? Getting on a plane is really great for Brittany getting lots of editing work done. So maybe it's worth it for me to get on the plane just to get my editing stuff done.
See, I'm not sure I can disagree with that.
The business coach also said that if Eric and I are there discussing the name for my new courses, then it's a pretty legitimate marketing retreat.
Dude, I'm into this. I'm into this coach in general. This is I like the way this thinks.
Yeah. There's a reason I was like, oh, I can take a chance on you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, since you and I are not currently coaching, 100% of my coaches have English accents.
Nice. I'm sorry about that. Does that mean that next time I coach you, I have to have an English accent? Because it seems like it.
I mean, no, we'll just be like, no American accents.
Yes, Ozak,
and then just throw in some extra A's. It'll be great.
I'm ridiculously tall. And I enjoy it very much. I am one of those people who enjoys being tall. Hopefully I'm not.
Glad you enjoy being tall. Like, that's a good thing.
I think so.
Okay, so if I break this down, it goes into one part is for the calendar. Yeah.
I hate this. I hate this so much. I'm having to generate a receipt manually for someone, and it's necessary. I'm not sure, Ozak. I think that the Queer Eye accent is sort of somewhat universal. I think.
I don't know what the Queer Eye accent is.
Hey guys, so today we're going to review our weeks. I know, it's exciting. So, first what we're going to do, okay, is like that.
Okay, all right.
So I guess there, Ozark, that's the Canadian version because I am Canadian, it turns out. I'm tall, I'm Canadian. Get used to it.
You know what would be really nice is if we had a permalink that would redirect to the weekly review.
Yes.
Because it's a different link every week.
Right.
Because
That
it's
would
a
be nice.
scheduled event.
I send people your thingy.
Just the general YouTube link.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate this so much. I'm like copying and pasting information. Yes, it's a bit Valley Girl. It's a little bit, but it's, yeah. It also doesn't track as well because I'm AFAB. People who are AFAB, or rather, hang on. No, hang on. I can get this. I can get this. People who are feminine identifying typically do not employ the queer eye accent. Not in my experience. And human beings are very wide changing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. All of those are different. That one needs to update with the date. Why?
What I might do is if we decided it was a big enough deal for me to purchase a domain, I might just make a domain with some clever name that Eric comes up with for our weekly review. And because just calling it weekly review, if you're going to get all brandy about it, that's David Allen's, not ours. Then like if we came up with a clever name, then I could buy a domain if we cared enough. And we're like, oh yeah, this is worth it. We'd buy a domain and that would just redirect to the YouTube channel that hosts it.
Right. I think that we could call it the weekly reflection if we were, that's not clever, but we could if we were concerned. Yeah, no, Brittany, the comment you threw in there, Ozak and I are
okay. So I just saw it and I was like, I typed something. What does that say? Why does it say it? If I typed that, I have no recollection of it.
Guys, it hurt itself in its confusion.
I think maybe I wrote "we need" from a thing a long time ago, didn't see it, and intended to ask, oh, are those good movies? To Ozak. And said, is it? Devise and conquer and reflect. Woo!
Big ass.
Weekly conquering session. Well, they've been sort of guild branded, so I think we'd have to come up with something that was like guild brandy for the weekly review. Those are very clever, though.
I did a whole one that I didn't need to do. Darn.
By the way, I sent you that message earlier, Colleen. Still have seen no evidence of person.
Wait.
Normally when people join the guild, I get an alert that the payment went through about the same time that I get the, hi, I'm on the Discord server now.
Right.
And no Discord server appearance has happened.
Right.
This is like uncharted territory for it to be hours later.
Yes. Okay. There we go. There, I did it. I did it. It is done.
Yay!
I technically added because it was requested for the year of 2022, and one of the payments was in 2021 in December, so I included that. So I hope that's not a problem for anybody, but it felt weird to include not all of them.
Hey, you heard about my disastrous invoice from this year, so
I believe you that I did. I cannot currently call it to mind. Anyway, I believe
I'm not
you.
sure if I want to share it on public.
No, but I wasn't asking you to share it, but just a heads up, my brain's like, okay.
That's okay. I've only
Yeah.
sent one invoice because I don't normally send invoices. I use a booking system.
Yes.
And I have a template for that because I've done it before. Like, you know, when I did those things at Disneyland, they get a template, or I mean,
Mhm.
they get an invoice, and I didn't change the amount from the last invoice I wrote, which was for Disneyland, which tells you how long ago it was.
Right.
And yeah, I didn't change the number in it.
Yikes.
There's a reason that I should not be doing invoices.
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Ozak, anything with cheerful music. I just had to write an email to my music guy.
She is a music guy, everybody.
Well, kind of. Anyway, he finally sent me a song for my shortcuts roulette, which is great. It's quirky and upbeat and about 3 times too long.
Oh,
So that's a thing we get to work on.
okay. I have to wrap up here because I promised my spouse that I would. But for the record, the items in my today view is 88. The items in my inbox also 88.
Well, that's not what it says here on this document I'm sharing with everyone.
Yes, that's because I was planning a project, so it it inflated since then. There you go. I updated it.
I
It's
don't even know
correct
what I was
now,
doing, but it wasn't this.
even though
Oh,
you
but I got
can't
this email.
see it now. Ozak, your sentence, my linguistic parser is not snapping to an interpretation of that. Wow, vocab. You are blowing my
I
mind.
know, right?
So awesome. Yes. Yes. It was like when I used the word distribute when talking to my toddler at the farmer's market, and somebody said, wow, that's a big word for a 5 or 6 year old. And I said, they're not 3 yet.
Okay, they're big for their age, but they don't look 5 or 6.
They're currently being given hand-me-downs by a 7-year-old. And
that's fine, but they don't have the facial or body definition that usually comes with being that age.
No. The proportion and facial like structure.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a 5-year-old.
No, but I think that this person was seeing them from behind, and they also move around a lot.
Do they now? By the way, I'm about to give away my last open spot on Wednesday, and the idea that I'm going to be in meetings literally all day while potentially in a tropical place one of the days is making me a little sad. Oh, it's 2 days in a row.
Oh.
And I know that's what I signed up for, but yeah.
No, yeah. Yep.
And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ditch some guild commitments.
Like
I know daily tasks, and I'll probably be flying during the taxes thing.
Right. Yes.
We do this anyway.
Okay, I have to go. I have reviewed some week. I unfortunately have put it into my inbox, which is getting a little chunky here. So hopefully I can like mollify a baby and process with one hand, which I do a lot. So it's not really that huge of a deal. So you guys have a good temporal event, and I'm gonna jet. But thank you for being here and helping me, especially with that receipt thing, which wow, did I not want to do.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Sounded awful.
Do not like. I mean, yeah, it's totally legit to ask a business owner to produce a receipt of their payments they received. That's not my issue. My issue is my brain hates it, and both can be true. So, okay, bye all.
Bye. Okay. Gonna release the extended version, the 3 times too long on the Device and Conquer soundtrack. That'll be a short one. Children get treated very differently based on height. That is so true. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my list. Oh, that makes it take up a lot of space like that. Well, since nobody else is here, I can take up all the space I want in this document. How's that? And yeah, I do not think I am efficient enough to justify doing this very long, which is too bad because I could really use it. And then this other one, brainstorm topics. All right, there we go. And then I'll just delete these guys. Okay, now it all fits. Perfect. Now there's nobody else to cover for me when I have to go on break. Which I do because I started making food and I am ravenous, just ravenous. I haven't eaten anything. All right. Well, I've got that. I think that's all the plan I can muster for this one. Okay. I was actually focusing, doing a task list. All right. I'm going to head off for a moment and then I will be right back. It's actually working. Yeah, I was way late back. Oh, this must have been one of the shorter ones, and I thought it was not. Dang it. Sorry about that. And for some reason, I just, oh, there it is. Okay. Woo. There we are. I can do this. Oh no, some water spilled. Oh, I was so grumpy today. I almost threw a phone. Like I caught myself for a second. Like that is not a thing I normally do. I'm quite fond of my phone. Okay, there we are. I did eat a food though, so I'm hoping to have slightly less grumpiness moving forward. Excuse me. Okay, so call recorder. I don't have a call recorder. That's weird that I wrote that. It's just an app I have that like transcribes stuff from your watch. Like it's a call recorder. Mm, mm. Um, Interesting. This doesn't appear to be doing what I thought it was going to be doing. Okay, I need to look for the app on here. Like, so I have some things on here that I know I've told it to transcribe, and I'm seeing like no transcriptions. Hmm. Hmm. How this works. Hi. What do you want? No, this is not what I wanted at all. I don't think this is doing what I was hoping it would do. Huh. I don't know if this is going to be worth it. I'm looking through these thoughts I had, and if I have to transcribe them all and just sit manually and not just be like, hey, transcribe all the things. Like, sense. I really like it to be able to be more searchable than this. I'm not going to lie. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I just thought of something. Oh my gosh. Before I leave, if I leave, I need to clear out some hard drive space. Hmm. Wait. Um, huh. Why is it that only the iPhone app lets me search transcriptions? Oh, this is bad. Mm. I don't know if I can do this for a specific task. Hmm. Maybe stuff like closing tabs and listing projects and interacting politely while attempting a goal I care about. I'll each take away more executive function than I sometimes have. Yeah. Yeah. I think sometimes phrasing things appropriate, like for an audience that could be easily offended, is a lot of cognitive work. It's nice to have occasions where we can say things that don't, that, for lack of a better word, that don't involve wearing a mask to say them. Because it is a lot. Mm. My medical stuff in this planning calendar. Okay. All right. I can do an outline. I'm a grown up. Kind of. I play one on the internet anyway. So Ozarks, this is a thing that you and I have at least talked about before. I'm trying to decide how I should talk about the weekly template, because I don't really think of it as a planning calendar, but then what do I call it? Whereas like, the 12-week, the year by year, like those are planning calendars. So what would I call it if it's not that, right? Because I mean, it's not that it doesn't involve planning at all, but it's more like, hey, this is what I would like my week to look like, or these are some of these like big picture life things so that I can process how time works. Um, yeah, it's interesting. Um, we Oh, I got an idea. Got an idea. Woohoo. Mm. I'm actually making progress on this very dreaded thing. So this is pretty good stuff. Okay, I need you to open up blank. Can you do that, app? Can you do that? My glasses are bothering me today. Okay. I just finished texting a client that could potentially be benefited by this thing I'm working on to ask some questions. Because then they get customized things made just for them, but really it's also for other people. But it answers their questions. And then I realized what time zone they're in. So hmm. Okay. And then I saw that there was something I gotta fix on Guild server. Stupid bot is alerting like 2 hours late. You know, Apple has a real problem. Siri seemed kind of dumb in December. And compared to these other AI things out there, it just feels so much more painfully dumb. Whoa. Oh, excuse me. I missed you. A bunch of stuff. You had to find an audience that can't be offended. Oh, ouch. Yeah. Well, um, yeah. Sometimes what we need is a sounding board, and just one that we don't offend is helpful. I don't know. Okay, so the template looks like this, except it's like by different weeks. So this one is just 12 weeks that you can see at a time without like calendar breaks between the months, because those calendar breaks that always throw me. The first time I ever saw one of these, it was at the U of O accessibility library or office. And I was like, oh, I can look at the whole term in one view. This is a novel concept. And it was amazing. And so I started making it myself out of a program. And then the calendar one, I'll grab the one that's got my The other one needs to be strategically have a thing removed. There we go. I can show it. Okay. The other one has the whole year, and you just kind of like scribble across it. Like, oh, this is when this project would happen. This is my like video production YouTube schedule calendar. And so it's just like, oh, I'm looking at the whole year, but then I can have multiple years all at once. So like when the 12 weeks spills over into, oh, what about future thing that's even longer past that, I could go to there. So that's what those planning ones are. Just a way to look at those future dates with less scrolling or like page turning, if that makes sense. I don't know how well you can see it. Ewok view, AT-AT view. Oh, AT-AT view. Ooh. Eric loves AT-ATs like a lot. His biggest best thing from when we went to Disneyland was he got a popcorn carrier shaped like an AT-AT, and he called it, he said he was carrying it on the plane because it was his emotional support AT-AT, and so that's what it's called now, and he just loves that thing. That's his view. Yeah. Oh, can I share it? Let's see. Share screen. iPad via AirPlay. Let's see how well it'll do. A plugin is required. Well, I'm not. Oh, it's not gonna restart it. I did the instructions. Oh, here we go. Yay! So that. Except you can see the whole page. It's just, this is the view it's giving me for some reason. So yeah, that's the year view. And then the 12-week view again, like I gotta scroll for you to see it, but it's all one view of 12 weeks on one page. I leave take off all my calendar appointments when I export it, but I leave in the holidays because I might miss those. And this way I could be like, oh, right. So if I want if I want to put out like X video on the 19th and I need like 2 weeks to get like have a chance to look over whatever the editor did. So then I also need to give him 2 weeks to edit it because I don't know what his work schedule is. Then that means that the last day I can possibly film it would be this Friday, things like that. Not that I put out videos on Friday, or I don't, but that would be an example, like where I'd be like, oh, okay, this thing roughly take this amount of time, and I would just like work backwards. And so I'll do this for feasibility on different projects. So they aren't always ones that I'm able to stick to exactly, but it lets me plan it out further. And then I might be like, oh, right. Well, actually, I'm doing, this is true, a bunch of medical stuff this week, and I will be out of commission. So then I might change it to, okay, I'm going to need this much time. And then, this is 1 week because I'll be out of commission. And then this is 1 week. And then, I wouldn't be able to put it out until, I guess, Memorial Day. I'd be like, oh, okay. Oh, right. Memorial Day. That's on there. That's a terrible day to release videos to YouTube. It turns out, because nobody's watching them. And then the algorithm think nobody likes them. And that's just how it goes. So then I'd be like, oh no, I'm actually going to release it on the 30th. And then I could work back from that. That's just one example. Yeah, right. The vocab these are not amazing, so I might as well replace them. I agree. do kind of like the ADAP view and then Death Star view, because Death Star would be like the year by year, right? Because I really do have, like there's my 2024, like it says, oh, like what I want to run a course in April, right? And then here's the 2023. I actually have two 2023s, one's for personal stuff and the other one's for video projects. Sometimes they overlap because I'm just, it's in the moment. Like it's not, this isn't like, ooh, I'm going to make this thing look perfect. It's, oh, right. It's like, when you need to like write out a math problem as you're solving. I'm sure you don't need to, Ozak, but I need to, right? A cute view. Oh, for referring to the name and then like a precise, more explicit name. Yeah. And if Eric can really get it together, are you ready? The longer name would spell AT-AT. But I don't want to do that at the risk of sacrificing the clear name that actually makes sense. Well, like, I mean, Luke was looking for power converters sort of generically, but at least that's what he said. I wanted to go to Tashi Station for. But yeah, like it could totally be like a Star Wars-y themed thing, which is actually a very good idea. And then yeah, this schedule is not accurate because I started taking a course, and I don't know if you noticed. And then the only two videos I had left that I hadn't put out were actually required a lot of work. And then I started this class and hired a business coach all at the same time. And so I haven't posted anything in 3 weeks. That was a pre-recorded video because the Jawas were trying to sell him R5. Yeah. I don't know if you knew this. I'm a giant nerd. Droid-sized view. Yeah. That could be the weak one, which I don't have on here. But oh, you know what? I didn't have to share the one on my iPad. I could have shared the raw documents too. That did not occur to me. Instead, I'm showing my actual plan. See, what I was thinking is I could show these off. Better have the names though, but I could show these off for the video, and then like there's actually a project I'm gonna plan for feasibility. And I could do that on camera and just like, hey, here's the thing with me talking about it. Here's the video that's a demo of me actually doing it. Yeah. Actually, the droid's eye view works for the weekly one because it's like, oh, this is my, workaday work. And it's also like a closer view. Really? You're a nerd. I feel like that's part of how we bonded. I mean, not that you didn't already know that. You did already know that. That was a joke. Everybody who didn't know that. But like, I do feel like it bonded us early on. So yeah, these are my calendars. Yeah, showing them how I use them it's going to show more, I think. So that's why I'm thinking I might just do like, plug in my computer or my iPad to QuickTime and just record the screen of my iPad and like do a planning, and we can cut out the boring stuff or whatever. But then I'd have one that's like explaining it, giving instructions, and then another one that's a demo. And I think I came up with that while I was working on it just now. Like, oh, right, I could do this thing. Or while I was texting my client. We'll hopefully be okay with doing that. I may want to get another one on board. I'm sure you see me just write notes to myself in my amazing handwriting. One of the things that's really nice about the 12-week calendars, and that I do them on my iPad, I really do need to get up for a break soon, is that when I change my mind, you know, like when real life happens and this plan doesn't go according to exactly the way it was, it's just so easy to erase part of it and redo it. But also have it in so many Abrahamic holidays coming up in April. Oh my gosh, it's so true. And what a beautiful way to phrase that. April's a big one. I think that's why the flight we found that's really cheap is because it's over Easter, but like coming back 2 days after, and most people who are traveling like for spring break don't want to come back on that date. That's my theory anyway. It's not like they're dirt cheap. They're just, you know, a third of the other ones or less. Oh, I could put my medical, like actually put my medical leave in here. Y'all, I have to be on bed rest for 2 days. Bed rest. I don't sit still particularly well. And I'd be like, oh, well, I'm going to do all this exercise the few days before. But no, I'm unlimited exercise up till then and then limited again afterwards. But bed rest for 2 days. I might go crazy. Also, we don't currently have a TV in the room. So I'm like, I guess we're going to try to borrow a projector for the week. It's a whole thing. Dirt is probably easier to transport by ground transit than by aero. I don't know what I said to do that. Do I get to use my eyes? I can use my eyes. Yes. So if I can get like a stick. So the thing is, we have speakers in there that we've never set up. I mean, they came with this house and we've never set them up. This is in a bunker. And the rest of the house is being Airbnb'd on the day of my procedure, which was not planned. Well, and I predict your forearms will get so much use. I'm supposed to be just like there. Oh, pun on dirt cheap. Got it. I'm supposed to just like not do anything. Like get up to go to the bathroom, but ideally like spouse brings my meals. Like do nothing, which is very restful for many people and less so for me. See, it would actually work better, except for the whole traveling after procedure thing, which you can't do. I know the lag does kill your jokes. And I'm actually looking at it right now. Like I'm not missing it or anything. Just don't think I am. Oh, just a big old thing on my medical leave. That's in my handwriting, which is another amazing thing. See, that's what I think I'm going to do is just go through and like, hey, here are these things in probably a brand new document, not this one that already has stuff in it. And I'll just show like how I use it and as an example. Yeah, I could do an audiobook. I wish there was one in like a series we already liked, but we may do like a marathon of some shows. If I can get I'm sure we have an old stereo around. We're not like an amplifier to connect these speakers to. And then my friend Kelly has said that she would lend us her really fancy projector, which would be great. Because there's a screen for a projector. It's just the projector that came with the house, which is not a thing I think anyone's ever said ever. But judging from its performance, heat generation, pixelation, and the outfits of the people on the box is from 1992. I'll watch it on the laptop. Yeah, but there is also it just has a delay in the thing. Anyway, I should go take a break and then let me update my thing. I don't think those notes are going to work out. Let's find out. Let's run a test. I don't know why there's no transcript search. on the Mac. Like this just baffles me. Why do I have two versions of this app on my computer? This other version says auto transcribe all recordings. Okay, right. I'm getting ready to go. That's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I think one of them was written for the Mac and the other one was written for the phone. And then that whole thing that lets you use iPhone apps on M processors on a Mac. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Anyway, I appreciate it, but no, we will take a break and come back and I will finish up some of these intentions I had. I did start the outline, but I think I'm going to work on it some more. Wow, I just looked up this document real good. Usually I do this mass as soon as we're done recording of undoing all the things in the other document. Okay. I think I got that. And then I know what I'm doing for the rest, and then I might sign up after that. All right. See you soon. Oh, no, I hit the wrong button. Ugh. I have to wait for it to do its thing. Just didn't work right. I got caught up in troubleshooting. So I bought these things that what they're supposed to do. It's got like lightning on one end and a headphone jack. It's supposed to let you do both at the same time. And for all I know, it works just great for listening to things. But what it doesn't work so great for, which is the only thing I care about, is turning up and down the volume to make the camera shutter go. That part doesn't work. So I bought them for no good reason. I mean, I swear it said it was Apple brand. Maybe it wasn't, and I just got screwed up. I don't know. It's really hard to pull out of those things. Testing on one other phone. Just in case it'll work on this one. It does not. Well, that sucks. Maybe I got ripped off. What do you think? Oh, well. Thanks. All right. I will keep working on this outline. Okay. First. So cranky. That's just not working. Wow. So I looked at the date on this title and it says 0330, which is today's date. And in my head, I saw 3030, which is the name of that app. Oh, seems like the volume could be mentioned in specifications. I mean, it's not designed to do this, but like, how many people want to do this weird thing that I want to do, which is have two phones back there that I can turn on remotely? Lots of things say they do that. They're all Bluetooth and they time out and disconnect. And so even things that are like, oh yeah, you can totally use this for your shutter. It's like, what you can't do is expect it to successfully turn the thing off again 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later. So yeah. Now this is intended to use for headphones, like just to listen to them. Not necessarily to do this, but I'm like, well, if I'm listening to headphones, shouldn't I be able to change the volume? Call me crazy. Actually, okay, I gotta stop this though and like do my review. But what can I say? I'm extra ADD. I did have a new client yesterday, and that does leave me a little less resistant to things for a bit. Like I can't resist the temptations of things. So I'll play this audio. It's not changing the volume. So what I want to do is the shutter volume, but it's not doing that. Oh, so what I want to use these for, when I do video recordings, I have two cameras that are just out of reach, one there and one there, and they're both iPhones. And I pay my editor by the raw time, but also it's a pain in the butt when you're filming a bunch of stuff quickly to get up and turn those back off. Like you lose a lot of time doing that. So I wanted a way to wired, not wireless, remotely turn on the camera to start recording and then turn it off again when I'm done, which could be 30 minutes later. So that's what I mean. So I got this thing, which I can hear through, but I cannot change the volume. I'm not saying it promised you could, but when I'm using headphones that have a volume control, I expect them to work. They'd call me crazy. And this one does not. That really sucks. Yeah, setting the volume signals over the headphones is totally normal. And I can do that, but I can't also be charging them because then I have to use the lightning to headphone adapter to get it to work. And when you're recording all day long, you'll run out of batteries on your phones. So that's why I was hoping this would work. Does not appear to. Oh, though, that is a good idea. Oh, the adapter, if it can forward it forward. Yeah, I don't know if it said it could or not specifically. I just don't think it should. Yeah, don't correct. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to. I don't know if it says specifically that it does. It's just that's part of the headphone functionality. So one would expect it to. And that it sort of doesn't need to be said, or it should be said explicitly if it doesn't. Anyway. I also, based on the packaging, I'm highly suspicious it was not Apple branded that I got. Anyway. Oh, my drink's making noise. That was my microphone. Cool. Apparently one of my supplements had a recall. Yeah, I like how they're like, oh, stop using it, but it doesn't say like, hey, we'll give you a refund for this recall. That's awesome. It does say MiFi certified, but it doesn't say it's Apple's. Oh, it actually does say, what do you know? It says it supports control music volume and pause. It doesn't do that. Oh, I shouldn't have looked probably, but Hmm. Yeah, I might just try the Apple. I mean, it's Amazon that I bought it from. You don't really need to demonstrate anything. It could actually work fine and you can say it's defective. I don't recommend that for ethical reasons, but you can. Yeah. I don't know what a 2 lightning adapter means. Anyway, these headphones I have are all headphone jacks, you know, all old fashioned and junk. Oh, bring a lap power adapter over to the table. Yeah, probably. Wait. It's way too bright out for yard work. Wow, it's really cloudy and gross here. Also getting close and don't have time for a nap. Yeah. Yep. Okay, I'm trying to think of other things I'm gonna say about my calendar. Other things I need to do. I just thought of a really good ADHD use case for this calendar. That I'm not sure how many ADDers will actually use it for that. But it's figuring out in advance of saying yes to a project if it's possible to do in that amount of time with the other things going on. It's hard to do, but yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen the sun since early this morning. If it came out, I missed it. I don't know. If anybody else has any updates, by all means, I'm open to them. But I think one of the most important uses is like by figuring out how long the things will actually take and putting them on a real calendar, you know, within our best guess, getting that deadline sense of urgency before it's due tomorrow, you know, like, oh, right. And getting that activation because it's like, oh, right. And this doesn't work for all ADDers, but it has worked for me many times, which is, oh, okay. So if we're talking about doing this thing in the fall, that means, and this is what I've already put in, the one that I have was, okay, that means in, you know, if I run the thing this fall, that means, and I'm supposed to like actively promote a thing for 6 weeks. Now that means from the beginning of August, I'm promoting. So can I finish making the thing in June and July? At least, you know, the stuff to hand off to my editor. And I just realize I'm saying that out loud. There's like 3 weeks of that I can't work in July that I hadn't marked off. This is why I need to also use the yearly or have more than one of the 12-week calendars together. Yeah. Oh, you know what's really dumb is it is marked off. So then it would be like, oh, can I record it in May and June? Oh, that's a reach. That's a reach. How do people actively promote the thing? Yeah, I don't know if this is possible, but that's tomorrow's job to figure out. But anyway, the point is like realizing, oh, if I want to do this thing by this date and this thing by this date, that means I actually need to do this one thing this week. And so being able to see that and like feel it, you know, in that way that it seems like other people in the world feel deadlines when it's not the day before, without going through this process manually, which I don't understand at all. But okay. Mouse is being dumb. And generally, we do need more detail in the sooner times, whereas really far away stuff, there's only so much detail we can handle because it's going to be wrong by the time we get there. These are just guesses, you know, they're subject to change. Anyway, deadline and sense of urgency is something often avoided because it's too painful. There are like, yeah, there are areas of therapy that I've heard people use specifically for deadline trauma that ADDers have, and other neurodiverse folks, because it is like we've experienced enough like really painful ones. I have a therapist friend who says she's been doing EMDR with a client of hers that has ADHD and is probably also on the spectrum, and it's been really helpful in reducing avoidance of tasks. It doesn't work for everybody, obviously, nothing does, but I thought that was really interesting because when it is like just too painful to face, like that's a therapy topic. And if talk therapy is not cutting it, like EMDR is totally an option people can try. I say to people sometimes, the clients, you know, the advantage of EMDR is that no one can give you bad advice because there's no advice. You know, like I feel like a lot of ADDers have before had a therapist who are like, why don't you just, or, you know, just giving things that are sometimes counterproductive for folks with ADHD to hear, and they can't give you the wrong things to say entirely if they don't say anything. I'm thinking tomorrow for what? Just gonna give myself a couple actions and I'm gonna get wrapped up here. All right. Okay, I can do Hey, laptop's plugged in. Yay. Mm. Mm. Oh, I'm about to do something really dangerous. Oh, nothing. I just realized I have to clean the kitchen before I can go home. Mm. Oh. Um, Okay. All right. I think that is about gonna do it for me for today. Yeah. Ooh, this may be scheduling trauma is an okay word for it. Seems so dramatic to call it that. I know it does, but the only thing the brain cares about is if the feelings were negative enough and expected enough in the future to have altered our thinking on it, right? Like brain doesn't care if it was like, "Oh, I got hit as a kid." Not that we should make light of that, but it doesn't have to be something major. If the brain responds to it badly enough to make the avoidance strong enough, then that's all that matters, right? Like, and trauma has lots of levels to it and lots of Colleen's better explaining this than I am because that's more their area than mine. But like it's anything that like makes us react extra to a thing, it can be a lower kind. Oh, consent trauma is probably why I have such a strong aversion to certain types of software. I could see that. All right. Thank you so much for being here. As always, Ozak, thank you for being a part of it. And hopefully folks got something useful out of it and were able to do something like kind of fun for themselves. All right. Thank you so much. We will see you next time.